Hello, everybody, and welcome to the New Flame Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew, and in today, this episode, at least for today, we're going to have a recap of the three Thanksgiving games. We had the Bears at Lions. What a game, honestly. That game was so bad. We had the Raiders at Cowboys, which it was an entertaining game, but had its own problems in its own right. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And then the Bills at Saints, which was just a blot. Honestly, this was not a great Thanksgiving games. I think in the past couple of years we've had some better ones. But starting off with Bears and Lions. Lions got on the board first with a Josh Reynolds touchdown, and then really the first half, it was it was 13-7. Bears, outside of that one drive that ended in a touchdown for the Lions, it looked like the Bears really controlled this game all the way. Um, you know, so, and then you go into the third quarter, you got touchdown by Hawkinson, in the third quarter, make it 14-13, but with like 2 minutes left. How long did they have the ball? Oh, wait, no. With 8 minutes left, the Bears had an 8.5 minute drive that ended in a game-winning field goal. I think it was like 28 yards. It was super short. So it was a chip shot, shorter than a PAT. I mean, just not a whole lot to say about this game. If you watched the Yesterday in the NFL episode, which I really hope you do, I actually really think that's a really good idea. Hate to, pat myself on the back, but that's what I'm going to do there. I said that Matt Nagy got reportedly told he was going to get fired, and then he was like, nope. So, and Nagy is still a coach of the Chicago Bears. I think if he does, I think he will get fired at the end of the season. I don't think the Bears really want to fire him during the season. That'll just cause more problems, and that's just not what you want. Um, but Goff played all right, I guess. 21 for 25, two touchdowns. The only problem is that he completed 21 passes, but only for 171 yards. That's just not what you want. Jamal Williams was good coming in replacement of DeAndre Swift, who got injured. I don't think there's been much about an injury update about him. I could be wrong. There could have been something. Let me look real quick. Yeah, Jamal Williams played pretty good. Yeah, DeAndre Swift has a shoulder sprain, so he's day to day. Could come back next week, but the Lions being 0-10-1 now, I don't see any reason to rush their like next running back of the future. So, I think Jamal Williams will start next week, and I mean he's pretty good. So, but yeah, Josh Reynolds back with Jared Goff, who was with him in L.A. Now with the Lions had a touchdown. But just not much to talk about this game. Bears 4-7, Detroit 0-10-1 now. Neither of these teams are good. So let's move on to a game that actually had playoff implications. Raiders and Cowboys. This was one heck of a game. I didn't really watch the first quarter, really the first half. I didn't start watching until the second half because Thanksgiving we were eating, and this game was actually a pretty entertaining game. Deshaun Jackson was really good for the Raiders. 3 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Hunter Renfrow had a 100-yard game. But just the one thing that just really bothered me about this game was the penalties. And if you've seen anything about this game, you know the penalties were a huge issue. 28 of them. 28 penalties in this game. 14 by each team. Anthony Brown just got torched with the pass interference. Now, 3 of the 4 were actually good calls, but the 4th one in overtime, I don't know. Zay Jones kind of wrapped his hands around Brown's helmet, and it's just, I would have let it go. Now, I know if you're the ref and you saw that, you're like, oh, something happened, he had to reach around him, you'd figure that's pass interference, but a deeper dive, and you'll see that it wasn't quite the case. But Cedric Wilson filling in for the injured CeeDee Lamb and COVID and COVID problems with Amari Cooper, played really well. 7 catches, 104 yards. Michael Gallup had some big really long catches. I think like a couple 40-yard passes. He finished with 5 for 106. Pollard had that 100-yard kick return, and my dad picked Pollard up in fantasy, and that wasn't fun. He finished with like 18 points. But not worry, I had Daniel Carlson, the GOAT, had 21 points. So I'm pretty happy about that, honestly. But anyway, yeah, this game was really good. I was back and forth, especially the second half. Cowboys had 110 penalty yards on third down. That's stupid. Raiders improved to 6-0 in games that Derek Carr throws over 300 yards. Josh Jacobs played well. Kenyon Drake Marcus Mariota even got in on the action. He got a touchdown. But yeah, Dallas goes down to 7-4, and I don't think there's any shot anymore that they could have had a shot at the 1 seed. Now they're not going to catch the Cardinals, the Packers, or the Rams, even though they're ahead of the Rams because the Rams aren't winning their division. You know what I mean. So I think the Cowboys are locked into that 3 or 4 spot. And of course, if they end with the same record as the Bucks, the tiebreaker will go to the Bucks. And as for the Raiders now, they improved to 6-6, get a much-needed win in the 11th week. In the 12th week now. That's crazy. It feels like the season just started yesterday, man. That's crazy. We're already 12 weeks in. But they improved to 6-5. I think are now like the 6 or 7 seed in the AFC. I don't think they're going to be able to catch the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are back. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I think the Chiefs are back, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, I don't think they're going to catch the Chiefs. So I think the Raiders just continue to play well. Derek Carr playing amazing, through all the adversity with that team. And I really like the Raiders. I like Hunter Renfrow. I think Deshaun Jackson will bring a much needed speed element, without Henry Ruggs now. That whole thing. But yeah, I mean, this game was a mess, if I'm being honest, just with the penalties. 28, unbelievable. And now Bills and Saints, just not much to talk about, I guess. Bills destroyed the Saints 31-6. Josh Allen played great. Stephon Diggs, Dawson Knox had 2 touchdowns. So, not much to say. Trevor Siemian has to get benched. I think Taysom Hill has to play now. There's just no reason why Taysom Hill shouldn't be playing. I know the whole thing with the contract was just to free up more cap space, but like you just paid that man like $90 million, so there's no reason not to play him. So so I really think the Bills are better than what they showed last week against the Colts, and I don't think the Saints are a good team without Jameis Winston. I think if they had Jameis Winston, this would be a lot different of a team. But personally, I think the Bills going forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to catch the Patriots just because the Patriots have an easy schedule looking up going forward. So, I don't know, that AFC East division race will be very interesting to say the least, and I think the Buccaneers who run the NFC South, there's not much debate for that. So yeah, that'll do it for the Thanksgiving recap. If you like this episode, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like what we're doing around here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and see you in the next episode. Peace out.